You're my baby, my love.
Hey everyone, today's look is inspired by a red lip. It's all about the red lip. I haven't worn a red lip in some time, and I was like, you know, red is back. If you follow my blog, you know I've been posting about the color red, especially the true real reds. So today I wanted to do a very fun look using a red lipstick and shimmery gold eyeshadow. So that's what inspired this look. So let me show you the products I used. I used this palette by e.l.f. and I just used some of the neutral shades on the top row. This gold, this champagne, which is in my inner tear ducts. I use this bronze to smoke out the ends, and I also use black on top of that. And I use this brown just to kind of even the lid color. So those 4 shades are what I use from the e.l.f. palette. And as far as my face, an e.l.f. blush. I don't think you can really pick up on the color here, but I'm going to be adding pictures at the end with another camera so you'll be able to see the colors. But the blush I used is e.l.f. Candid Coral, and it's from their studio line. And as a bronzer, oh, I love this bronzer. I've had it for a while. I did not use my e.l.f. bronzer today. I used a bronzer by Lorac, and it's in this palette called Maui Wowie. I got it I'll say about 2 or 3 years ago. And I had kind of forgotten about it, but this is how the bronzer looks. It's just a really pretty, deep golden brown. So I use that to contour my cheeks, my nose, and my forehead. So all of that is shown in the video. And for the red lips, I used my favorite red lipstick, which is by Sephora, and it's in the shade Hot Tango. This is how it looks. And as a lip liner, I used a lip liner from Sephora. It's one of their nano lip liners in the shade Real Red. And I lined my lips and filled them in prior to applying the Hot Tango lipstick. Oh, and also I have on false lashes. The ones I used are Ardell Wispies in black. And just liquid eyeliner. And that's pretty much it. So if you're interested in achieving this look, then please stay tuned. Bye, dolls. Okay, the foundation I'm using today is the Revlon Color Stay, and my shade is 400 Caramel. Alright, next I'm going to take my MAC Studio Finish Concealer, and this is in the shade NC42. And I'm going to conceal under my eyes with this, because this concealer is much lighter than, like 2 shades lighter than me, so I'm just going to pat it underneath my eyes. And I'm going to go back with the stippling brush I was just using and blend this out. And I'm just going to apply a little bit of this concealer to the highlight area. So, down my nose here and on my forehead. Now I'm going to take a fluffy powder brush, and I'm going to set the concealer with my e.l.f. high definition powder. And I'm going to use this before applying my face setting powder, because I don't want it to get darker. I want it to be light, and this powder is white, so it's going to help preserve the lightness in that highlight area. So I use the white high definition powder underneath the eyes. And for the other areas that I highlighted, I'm going to use an e.l.f. highlight. And this is just one of their pressed powders. Where is it? Here it is. And it's in the color Spice. Let me open it up and show you all how it looks. Looks like that. So I'm just using the same brush. I'm going to just blend it over the highlight concealer. Now I'm going to take a different concealer, my MAC Select Moisture Concealer, which is just a liquid concealer, and I'm going to apply it on any blemishes that I have in my face. So I'm just putting a little bit on the back of my hands, and I'm going to go back using the same concealer brush that I used for the other MAC concealer. Set my foundation with my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in the shade Medium Dark. And I'm going to apply some translucent powder on top, just a very, very, very little. The shade I have, this is Elizabeth Arden Flawless Finish Loose Powder in the shade Deep. Make sure you tap your brush off when you do this, because you really only need a very small amount. My e.l.f. palette, and it's the one that looks like this. So here are the colors. Okay, but before I get into the shadow, I'm going to use my concealer as a primer, since I'm all out of my Urban Decay primer potion. So I'm just going to use this concealer to prime my eyelids. My NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in the shade Bronze. So it looks like this. So is this second gold right here, and you can just use any type of flat eyeshadow brush. Just like a shader or a blending brush. And I'm going to take this brown that's the same color as my skin tone. Well, it's a little darker, but it's pretty close. And I'm going to apply that into the crease. And you're just going to apply that above the gold shade, and that's going to help to clean this up. Okay, and next I'm going to take a contour brush, just like a small brush like this, and I'm going to take this bronze shade here. Hopefully you guys can pick up on that color. And I'm going to add this to the outer V area. Okay, and now I'm going to go into the inner tear duct area, right here where we first put that gold, and I'm going to take this goldish peach shade here, and I'm just going to dab it right into the inner corner of my eye to really make them pop. And depending on whether or not your look is day or night, you can go back and add black shadow here to kind of smoke it out. This is actually a day look, but I am going to smoke it out a little bit. I'm not going to use a lot of black shadow, but I'm going to use some. So I'm going to take this shader fluffer brush, And I'm just going to take a black eyeshadow. I'm just using this one I have in a pot. It's like falling out. So it's just, I've had it. I don't even remember exactly which brand this is. I've had it for a long time. Lighter, like a shade that's about 2 to 3 shades lighter than your skin complexion, as your highlight under your brow. I'm just going to be using, I'm going to use this Nun Shimmer Creamish shade here. I've already applied concealer when I cleaned my brows and filled them, but I'm just going to apply a little bit of this. I'm just going to bring this down a little bit. Okay, so I've applied the eyeliner, and as you can see, I extended it to kind of create a wing, and that's just going to help elongate my eyes and make them appear longer than what they really are. So that's always really cool to do. Just a little trick. Now, I also remembered I forgot to apply the blush, so let me just go ahead and apply blush now. I'm going to be using a blush by e.l.f., and this is in the shade, there you go, you can see it, Candid Coral. Okay, and for today, for the contour, I'm going to be using a bronzer from Lorac, and this is in their Maui Wowie palette. And it's just like a brownish shimmer bronzer, so it's here. Okay, everyone, I'm back, and as you can see, I've applied my falsies. The glue is still drying there, so just ignore that. Okay, now onto the lips. The red lip. Sexy, sexy red. As always, I'm using my Rosebud Strawberry Lip Balm. And first, let me show you the red lip I'm using. This is my all-time favorite red lipstick. It's by Sephora. Looks like this. And the color is R05, and the name is Hot Tango. So it's a blue-based, it's a blue-based red lip, so it looks like that. It has blue undertones. When I say blue-based, that's what I mean. Some red lipsticks have yellow undertones. Generally, if you have warm skin tone, well, if you have warm undertones in your skin, then you may want to go for a lipstick that has yellow undertones, since that's warm. And if you have cool undertones in your skin, like I do, then you would want to go with something that has a blue tone red lip. So it just depends on what you want to go for. You know, even though I have blue, cool undertones, I could still use a red lipstick that has a yellow base if I wanted to go for that look. It just depends on what look you're going for. Okay, and the lip liner I'm using is by Sephora as well. It's the Nano Lip Liner, and this is in the shade Real Red. So I'm just going to go ahead and line my lips. Okay, so that's the lipstick. That concludes the tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you like this look. I love it. I think it's glam, and I think it's very sexy. So if you want something sexy, don't hesitate to pull out your red lipstick and get those heads turning, ladies. Thanks for watching.